I think that we talk about weapons of mass destruction. You hear that so often in the media. There's nothing more destructive than tobacco smoke in the African American community. And we see that patients are so addicted to nicotine that they would rather have a leg amputated than to stop smoking. I think this is something.
And you mean literally?
Literally, you give them an option. Would you rather have your leg salvaged or stop smoking? Cut it off. And these are the types of things that the media really doesn't get a chance to see. This is the face of tobacco and nicotine addiction that no one ever talks about. When you look at the fact that we live in a country that talks about access to equal opportunity, well, that equal opportunity cannot be realized if not healthy. Health is the prerequisite to well-being, economic development, so on and so forth. So we cannot, in one hand, to me, the elimination, I'm right down the line. You've got to eliminate the aggressive marketing to our children, particularly African American children. When you see that there's more ads in Ebony, Jet, Essence magazines than any other publication directly directed to African Americans.
So let me ask you a question, because these are entities owned by Black Americans.
That's true, but they're heavily financed by the tobacco industry, some of the liquor, because perhaps they may not have access to other forms of revenue. So, but they realize that the African American community is a ripe, segregated community that they can go after with specifically culturally tailored messages. Take, for example, the Cool Jazz Festival. Look at the Benson and Hedges Blues and Jazz Festival. And even R.J. Reynolds tried a product in Philadelphia called, can't think of the name of it, but Uptown, you know about it, that was tailored toward Black History Month. And then they tried another product called X to coincide with the Malcolm X movie. So they have systematically and creatively targeted the African American community. I think that there needs to be more awareness about how the tobacco industry has taken advantage of the fact that African Americans have fewer resources to counter market this tremendous marketing machine and advertising machine.
I speak at a lot of middle schools and high schools, and one of the pictures that I show the kids is a Cool package with a wrapper on the cover of a pack of Cool, a DJ, a hip hop artist, close-ups of an African American woman's lips. I said, how do you feel about that? Are you angry about this? How do you feel? Are you scared that we haven't come down on this kind of targeting a vulnerable segment of our population? They have actually done that. Now, those were taken off the market by R.J. Reynolds, which acquired the company that owns Cool. And I understand, by the way, that you are very much against, in the new FDA bill just about to be passed by Congress, hopefully, against the exclusion of menthol. Would you comment on that?
Well,
Go ahead.
The legislation, I believe, is a form of legislated racism in that all flavored cigarettes should be eliminated, not just strawberry, the other types of things.
They're exempting menthol.
They're exempting menthol. Menthol is the most profitable segment of the tobacco industry. They make 25% of their $70 billion off of menthol. 75 to 80% of all African Americans historically have smoked menthol. So what are we sending the message? Are we saying that African American lives are less important than other lives? I mean, the history and legacy of slavery, is this a residue? Is this a vestige of slavery? When we talk about the fact that we're all here. We're living in a time now where race is something that we're becoming more and more comfortable to talk about. With Barack Obama and the primary and all those types of things. I think this is an opportunity for us to really look at what's happening with healthcare as it relates to racism and the legacy of racism and slavery in this country. Slaves were brought here, to create revenue for this country. They weren't brought here to make money. They were here to make money for others. Is this a vestige of slavery?